the dumb farmer. It used to work, it doesn't work so much anymore. But you know, it's a tactic like other things. There's all kinds of tactics you can use. You've got to tailor it to your audience. So the first thing you got to do is psych them out. What turns their crank? And what way can you? How can you best throw a monkey wrench in it? Now, the way to look at this is what I describe myself as, and that is a recreational anarchist. Because if it ain't fun, don't do it. But you can also bring about social change, and that's really what we want. So, get somebody. Why are you against marijuana? Why do you want to make driving under the influence of marijuana crime? Do we have any kind of crimes? You know, things like that. And get it justified. Where's the evidence? Now, how many of you read my green tongue article? Okay, that's where they're going at now. There's this voodoo science saying if you talk within the last 2 hours, it turns your tongue green. So, these cops want to believe that. So you get pulled over, the first thing you should do is stick out your tongue. Say, see, it isn't green, it isn't green. What do you want? Instead of hands up, stick out your tongue. Now, here's how bad it is. It is so bad that they are teaching people to be what they call drug recognition experts. The International Association of Chiefs of Police, which is a private company, trains only cops to be experts. You got to be a law enforcement officer, and you go to a little bullshit training course, and then they give you a little pin and stick on you, and then you're an expert. And then you go to court, and the prosecutor says, well, what are you? I'm the drug recognition expert. Well, you can't cross-examine or anything like that. It's really a bullshit thing. So we had a green tongue trial out in Akron, and the drug recognition expert came in and said that it was green tongue is what tipped him off. But one of my former students, Jay Water, tracked green tongue rumor down and found out it was anecdotal. That some of the people had talked about something like that in the little bullshit sessions of the drug policy or at the drug recognition expert course, and it got into their textbook for drug recognitions. So now all of a sudden they're presenting this as a fact. Well, when Jay caught at it, he showed me the emails. All of a sudden they get nervous because they're putting people in jail over this voodoo science, and it occurred to them somebody might sue them. So they said, well, we better warn people that this is anecdotal and not evidential. Well, it was just anecdotal. What the hell are they doing sending people to jail? The public should be up in arms about that. So then we have a director, a forensic chemist at the Board of Health, who's only had one chemistry course. And for her testimony, it was probably less than my high school chemistry course. But she's an expert forensic chemist. And she helped design the forensic drug recognition expert course. So green tongue comes to trial, she takes a stand and she says, well, they gave him a urine test, and it's pretty well recognized that urine test doesn't test anything other than the fact that sometime within the last 6 weeks you may have coked. But it doesn't show at the time whether you were under the influence or not. So she says, under cross-examination, well, that's true, it doesn't show anything. However, I can still say with medical certainty that your client was under the influence because I got the drug recognition package with the urine sample, and I know the drug recognition program does this, that, and the other, and I know the officer that did it. Therefore, if he lies, I'll swear to him. And that's what happened. Of course, he got convicted. Now that is wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Why was he convicted? Because it was a marijuana case. It had nothing to do whether he was driving or not driving. The evidence was, the testimony was, cop followed him 3 miles and he didn't see a traffic offense. Now how reckless is that? And it's not getting reported. So, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is you've got to fight the image that this stuff is bad. Now, one thing that's pretty well settled upon is one of the main reasons marijuana became illegal is because there was an influx of Mexican immigration, and the people were upset with the Mexican immigration. So, in light of that, since it's sort of in a lot of the books, if somebody says they're against marijuana, accuse them of being racist. Saying, oh, you know, that's just your code because you're anti-Mexican. That's all of them. And embarrass them in public. And then say, I'm not going to let my kids play with your kids because you're a goddamn racist. And then ostracize. Ostracism is the best weapon there is. That and locking urinals. And you know, publicize it. You know, these people are such Nazis. I don't want my kids playing with them. And they are. We have got a totalitarian state here, and don't let anybody tell you anything to the contrary, and we're going to have to fight to get it back. Because right now, they have taken away the 4th Amendment, the 5th Amendment, the 6th Amendment, and the 1st Amendment. The Patriot Act did that. And thank God they went after the 2nd Amendment, because all the gun nuts out there all of a sudden decided, hey, we've got a Constitution, they're trying to take away our guns. I used to like to insult them, saying, you know, you just now discovering we got a Constitution. Where were you when they took the rest of them in? The other thing that they're talking about, or they're not paying attention to, is the sovereignty issue. The state Constitution says that ultimate sovereignty in this state lies with the people, and that the power to make a citizen referendum is the supreme power. Well, who the hell are these goddamn legislators thinking they can overturn the rule of the people or the will of the people?
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes.
If we're sovereign, then we should be sovereign, and we should tell them they can't do it.
That's right.
And I think, rather than going and testifying in front of the committees, go there, lock arms, and keep anybody from testifying, because all that thing's illegal. That's what I do. I'll show them political action, because otherwise they're going to grind you down. Well, okay, we'll let them have this point, we'll let them have that point, we'll let them have another point. This one isn't so bad. We can live with this, we can live with that. The next thing you know, they're coming with handguns. And then what happened? And what was it? The one thing you should really remember, I don't know where it came from, but every person that was sent to a concentration camp in Nazi Germany had a judge's order sending them back. Now think about that. Everything was done legally. And the whole system worked legally. And that's what they're sending up here.